All right, good morning, everybody. We're going to give just about another 30 seconds or so just for anyone who's still logging in to come in. But I do want to just kind of introduce myself. My name is Maurice Jordan. I'm with the Chicago Healthcare Sector Center. Some of you guys may have known me from CCLC or through some of your career coaches or so. I work here at the healthcare sector, and what we do is certainly look to help those who are looking for work within the healthcare field, connect you with employers. And that's what we're going to look to do today. So we have a couple of employers that's on who will give you guys a lot of information about what they're looking for, the type of opportunities they have, maybe a few other little tidbits, and then we'll have a question and answer period from there. But I do want to thank you guys for, again, coming on. If you guys have any questions or anything after the session here is over, please feel free to email me. And I'll be sure at the end of this to post my email address if you guys don't have it already. So welcome to the virtual healthcare job fair. And I certainly look for to hear good things from all of you guys. All right, so Daniel, I'll turn it over to you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that introduction, Maurice. And just a few things that we're going to go ahead and cover here before we delve into our presentations. Excuse me. We're going to hold breakout rooms here later in the session once we get through our brief employer presentation. So that will give you all an opportunity to join the rooms for the two employers that we have on the line. So Ms. Ricordia Home and Bobby E.WRIGHT Behavioral Health. So you will have an opportunity to meet directly with these recruiters here today, ask any questions that you do have, have that chance to develop a rapport and what have you before you send out those applications. So really take advantage of that opportunity, plan to stick around for that. And we'll have a brief overview of what that process will look like before we open up those sessions so you're crystal clear on how to navigate them. With that said, a few other things. We're also recording today's session too, so if there's anything that you need to go back and refer to at a later date, we will be uploading it to the Illinois WorkNet YouTube channel under the Virtual Job Fairs playlist within approximately 48 hours or so of the conclusion of this event. So keep an eye out at that location there. And as Maurice stated, he will be placing his contact information into the chat for you as well, should you have any follow-up questions. So with that stated, we're going to go ahead and delve right into our first employer presentation. I do believe we have Natalie and Cicely on the line from Ms. Ricordia Home. So guys, feel free to take it away.
Great. Thank you so much, Daniel, for the introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Natalie, and my colleague Cicely's on the line here too. We're going to be presenting to you today about our organization, Ms. Ricordia. So Daniel, if you don't mind going to the next slide, we're going to give a brief overview of what we'll be discussing with you all today. So these are the contents of what we'll be discussing with you. We're going to introduce you to our mission and who we are and what we do at Ms. Ricordia. And then we're going to talk a little bit about our positions and what current open positions we have. Then we're going to discuss our requirements, what our requirements are to be considered for employment here at Ms. Ricordia. We'll do an overview of our benefits, and we'll introduce you to the benefits that we have available to our part and full-time employees. Then we'll let you know how to apply. After that, Cicely will be conducting a Q&A, and also, as Maurice and Daniel mentioned, you'll have the opportunity to join a breakout room with Cicely if you have any further questions and you're interested in learning more. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Cicely, and she's going to share about our mission.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cicely, as Natalie said. I've been with Ms. Ricordia 22 years. I started out as a direct care worker myself, went from direct care to managing and supervising, from managing and supervising to now in a recruiter role. With that being said, our mission here for the residents is to give them a life worth living, to make sure that they're happy and they're being well taken care of, to every extreme. The history of Ms. Ricordia is we've been around for 102 years. We pride ourselves in resident care. Not only resident care, but also making sure that our staff are happy and they're thriving also, because you can't take care of somebody and give them the best possible care if you're not happy in the position that you are currently doing. What we do here is, like I said, we take care of the residents. We take care of residents from anywhere from mild to moderate disabilities to severe, from those that can actually help and take care of themselves to some form, to those that need 24-hour round-the-clock care also. So with that being said, we do employ DSP caregivers, certified nursing assistants, which most people just call them CNAs, nurses, housekeepers, kitchen aides, cooks. We also have a bakery here, so we are employing pastry chefs. That's some of the positions that we have open here. Our website explains and gives a thorough rundown of what we have and what we have open, and the different positions and also the requirements. Here on the screen, you can see here's some requirements that we do have. You must be fully vaccinated, including your booster, if you are booster eligible. Most people ask, what is booster eligible? At 5 months after you take your second shot, you are booster eligible. We do require that you pass a drug test because we're a drug-free facility. And when I say drug-free facility, we know it's legal in Illinois, but we still require a drug test, and we do tests for everything. You have to have the ability to pass a background check, and the background check must come back clear. If not, if you have a waiver to work in a facility, we do accept those also. Please note that some of our positions do not have high school or GED requirements. Some of our positions also, you have to have an associate's or a bachelor's degree and other licenses as needed. And from there, I think I will let Natalie take over.
Thank you, Cicely. That was all wonderful information. Thank you so much. So I'm going to briefly review our benefits, our total rewards. So as I mentioned, part and full-time employees are eligible for our benefits. We do have a 3-month probationary period. As you can see here, we do offer comprehensive packages of health, dental, and vision. We do offer the 401k option. As you notice, we have a couple different bonus options. We have a referral bonus up to $1,000. And we also have commitment bonuses as well. Something that we recently started offering is tuition reimbursement up to $2,000. So that's very exciting. And some of our current employees are taking advantage of that now. And then here at Misericordia, we really value growth. As Cicely mentioned, she's been here for 20 plus years. And Cicely has had all kinds of opportunities to grow from starting as a DSP and now into working in human resources. So we offer professional training and development and lots of options and trainings to grow if that is something you wish to do with Misericordia. So we can go to the next slide here. All right, so how to apply? I do want to be very transparent. If you're on Indeed, which Indeed is great to utilize for jobs, please note if you apply on Indeed for one of our positions, you're not fully considered. You have to go to our website, which is www.misericordia.com. It looks just like this. So once you're at this website, you'll notice the careers tab in the left corner highlighted there. You're going to click there and then you're going to select the position that you would like to apply for. In order to fully be considered for one of our roles, you have to apply on our website. All right. Thank you, Daniel, for sending that, everyone. So that's it from Ms. Recordia. We'll pass it over.
Excellent. Thank you, Natalie and Cicely. And again, I've placed the URL to Ms. Recordia's website in the chat for you. So feel free to copy that, paste it into your web browser, and it should take you directly to the website where you can browse their openings and apply. Thank you so much. Our next presenter here today, and our final presenter before we open up these breakout rooms, is Bobby E. Wright, Behavioral Health. And I do believe we have Vanessa on the line. Vanessa, I know you don't have a presentation per se, but I did put up a placeholder slide here. Feel free to just cover some things for the folks that are on the line.
All right, well, thank you for coming in today and coming to find out about our organization. Bobby E. Wright is a nonprofit organization that has been located on the west side for over 40 some odd years. We have been servicing the west side. We are just here to help individuals become a better version of themselves. We dibble and dabble in substance abuse, homelessness prevention, psychosocial rehabilitation. We have a residential service program as well, mental health services. We provide safekeeping, therapy, case management, and we help those individuals find employment as well. We have several different locations on the west side. 3 of them are located on Madison Street on the west side. We have our substance abuse on Division. We also have a drop-in center where individuals from the street come in. They're able to take showers, get food if they need it. They can get help using the internet if they want to go online and look for jobs or different resources. We have case managers that help them with that. We have peer support, recovery support, anything that they may need to just help them be a better version of themselves. So they're able to come in and speak with their caseworker, their peer support lead, and they will help them take them places. If they need an ID, if they need to go and fill out for a link card or some other resources to make sure that they have what they need. We have that also. We have residential locations. 2 of them are located in the 3500 block of Jackson, and they just consist of our consumers who are in the programs. They live there, and we are able to transport them back and forth to different activities. We also assist them with cooking, cleaning, just being able to fellowship with one another in the residential sites. That's just like a brief overview of who we are. We also have different positions. We have the residential assistant, the peer support. Those positions, well, the peer support does not require a high school diploma. Everything else outside of that will require high school diploma all the way to a master's. We have case management, so if you're interested in that, that requires a bachelor's degree. We have an array of different incentives. We have just implemented the $500 tuition reimbursement, and that goes towards any special development that you want to do as far as yourself or just elevating in the position that you may already be in. We do provide competitive pay. We have paid time off. That would be sick and vacation. We have 14 paid holidays, 3 personal days annually. We do offer health, vision, and dental, and Bobby E. Wright assumes 70% of the health, the premium that you would have to pay. We do have a 401k plan, and we match up to 3%. After you've been with the organization for 1 year, you will be fully vested. So if you decide to leave Bobby E. Wright, you can take what you have vested and what Bobby E. Wright has invested on your behalf as well. We do have employer paid life insurance. We have voluntary life insurance. So if you want to add additional supplemental insurance, you will be able to do that as well. We also have the employee assistance program. So if you're going through some troubles in your own personal life, you'll be able to reach out to them for assistance, and that's also paid for by Bobby E. Wright. We also offer short-term and long-term disability, and we also reimburse for mileage. So if you do want to apply for the organization, you can visit the website that may be on your screen right now, BEWCBAC.org, or you can email me directly your resume. Indeed is also an option. Just keep in mind, when you apply on Indeed, your resume will go directly to the hiring manager of that department. So if you apply on Indeed, say for residential, the residential manager will get your resume. If you send it to me, I will take a look at your resume and I will go over all your qualifications, and I will send it out to each manager that I think you would be a good fit for that department. So with me, you'll have a better opportunity of me sourcing out your resume to several different managers versus just going on Indeed and applying, unless you apply multiple times for different positions here at the organization.
Excellent. Thank you for that presentation, Vanessa. Lots of good information there. And I have placed the URL to the organization's webpage in the chat. So take a look at that as well. Copy and paste that into your browser, and you should get directly to their page, where you can, of course, peruse their openings, apply for openings, etc. And then I do have Vanessa's contact information on the screen too. So feel free to jot that down as well for follow-up, sending your resumes, etc. With that, we're going to go ahead and delve into our breakout rooms portion of the event here. Just going to cover a few things for you before we open up those rooms. If you've never used breakout rooms before, we try to simplify the process as much as we can for you. You'll see here, it's one thing that we like to note is sometimes if folks are having issues joining rooms, moving between rooms, things of that nature, it can be that you're running an outdated version of Zoom client for meetings. We suggest that this kind of be taken as a last resort, if you will. You can join, excuse me, let me go back here. I'm on a timer, my apologies. You can get to that download if you need to at zoom.us/download. Again, we kind of suggest this as a last resort, but if you need to hop off the session, download that and come back, we can do that as well. Here are just some screenshots of instructions as to how to join a breakout room. So you'll see here, when I open up these rooms, there'll be an icon in your Zoom toolbar that'll say breakout rooms, just like the one that you see in the red square here. What you'll do is click on that icon. It'll open up a window of both of the rooms that we have available for you to join. Off to the right-hand side in the red circle there, you'll see that join button. You'll click on that and it will redirect you to the room of your choosing. If you want to go to both rooms, which we do suggest that you do, all you'll do is rinse and repeat that process. So what I mean by that is you'll go back to your toolbar, you'll click on that icon there, it'll open up that window again, and then you'll click join for the second room. And that will be how you move between rooms. I will put this instructional slide back up on screen before we begin. Just a brief overview here. Obviously, our employer reps will be assigned to their designated room. We will have a floating individual of our planning team that'll be going between the rooms for troubleshooting. So if you have any issues, be on the lookout for Maurice. He'll be going between rooms. The session will be 30 minutes. And again, you can move between the rooms as you see fit. You can unmute yourself. You can turn your camera on, interact directly with our recruiters here on the line today. And just a few ground rules with that flexibility and freedom that we give you. Just be mindful of the employer's time, especially if you have other job seekers in the room with you. Feel free to ask your question, but place yourself back on mute when the recruiter has answered it. Again, feel free to share your camera. Just keep things respectful, professional, and courteous. If for whatever reason you opt to be disruptive or inconsiderate, we will issue you a verbal warning. If you choose to disregard that warning, just know that you'll be permanently placed on mute. If that does happen, you'll be allowed to stay in the session, but you'll only be able to communicate through the chat. If you choose to cause further disruption through the chat, we will have to unfortunately eject you from the session. If it does happen, unfortunately, you will not be permitted re-entry. So with that, I'll navigate back to our instructional slide here. One thing that I want to note is if you're having difficulty joining either of these rooms, message me directly in the chat with which room you'd like to go to. I can assign you to the room. Just make sure that when I do make that assignment, there'll be a prompt or a window that'll come up on your screen. Make sure you accept that, and then it'll move you to the room. All right, we're going to go ahead and open up these rooms for 30 minutes. Again, just let me know if you're having difficulties, and I will send you to your room. Thank you, everybody. Those rooms are now open. You should be able to join. All right, looks like we have a majority of the folks that were still in the breakout rooms back. So we had a good amount of engagement, so that is good to see. Not sure, Maurice, Natalie, folks over at Misericordia, do we need any more additional time or are we all set?
I think we're good. Thank you, Daniel. Cicely and I made sure that we mentioned our contact info in the chat. So everyone should have that. If you have any other questions to think of for us, please reach out.
Excellent. Thank you, Natalie. And just a few things I want to note here before we wrap up the session here today. Again, we have recorded it, so it will be uploaded to the Illinois WorkNet YouTube channel for you to refer to later. Additionally, when you registered for the event, we did capture all that information on the back end. So we will be forwarding that to our workforce partners over at the Healthcare Sector Center and also forwarding it on to the employers who joined us today. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and a great afternoon. Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.